Hello, Sim fans, and I have an architect home, the remodel, and this is of house number 5 on the large lot. And here is the original house. I'm not gonna lie, I mainly bought this house because of the inventory. That's the only reason why I bought it. The layout of the house is fine, but this house is a gold mine in inventory. And um I find this house to be of a really good value, um because it's got so much inventory in here. And 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 plus it's really cute on the outside. It's a little dark, but it's cute. um it's a 3-story home, but here is the basement. You got these stairs. I think that these are the chalet stairs. And then you get all of the plants outside, the trees, you get that fountain outside. And and then this house includes a pool, you get that other fountain. And you also get the fencing. And and then you get these dividers that are in the living room. You get that couch, you get the coffee table, you get the blue fridges, and you also get the pantry items. And also these windows are the glam mansion, the windows. And also you get these circular wall hangings, um, that's hanging on the inside of the house. And you get all of the exercise equipment that came in an online pack. So that's not bad at all. And this is only the downstairs. So, this house has some pretty good inventory. And, right, you get the dining chairs. The dining table is old. Um, but you also get the countertops. And then up here you get the shower, you get that tub, and you get that crib. You get the rugs in here, and you get those closet items. And then you get these white arch the doorways, you get the door frames, and you get that pine shelf that's in the hallway, and you get that other shelving. You get that bed, those wall hangings. You get the gold Nauvoo shower, it looks like. And of course, the doorways. And then you get these the windows. Those are. Those I did not have in my inventory. And I wish that they had more than two, but that's alright. You get the closet items. More shelves. You get those bookshelves. And you get these wall hangings. You get the light fixture. You get the outdoor lounge chair. And then in here you get that desk. And you get a buffet table, it looks like. And of course you get the wall hangings. Not bad. This house is not bad. This room is missing a bed, it looks like. And then here is the house completely emptied out. I always show these in my remodels, to show you the layout of the house. In case you want to build it. I built a basement and put the weather machine. And you also get that wallpaper with the leaves in this house. And then there's the back room. And then here is the second floor. Um, Having the house completely emptied out like this gives me a good layout of the land so I can see where to place things. And then here is the remodel. I use the white heritage, the windows. I think they're the heritage windows. And then the beige rice wallpaper. I use these trees. And the tree in the backyard, with the fencing, I got that in an online pack. And then I included some toddler items in here. Um, and then I put a bay window, and then I made this front right room into like a garage. I forgot to change the wallpaper, but oh well. And then in this room, I made it into an office. It's very narrow, but I didn't really want to change the walls. And then I put in a bay window with the bench, and then a bookshelf, and then I put in the filing cabinets. And then the printer and that book stack I got in an online pack. And then here's the bathroom. It's very small, but I had used the black bathtub, the dark spa shower. And then in this room, I made it into like a grilling area. And then here is the main room of the house. I had used those countertops. I forget what they're called. And then I used those oak heritage stools, and then that cream Highland fridge, and then these orange couches I got in an online pack. And then the side table I got in an online pack as well. I had put some wall hangings here. And then that table and chairs is from the rustic farmhouse event. And then I put in the toddler playmat, and then some toddler toys on the downstairs. And then I put in some rugs that I got in an online pack. I used the pine slats doorway and the ash stairways, and and then I put some wall hangings up, and then I made that into a hallway, and I put those wall hangings up, and then the filing cabinets. And then here's the bathroom. It's the same as the downstairs bathroom. And then here's another hallway that leads to the outside. And then here is this bedroom. And I put in the pine slats bed, and then the tan Scandi, the countertops. And then I put in the closet items. And then here is this bedroom. I had used the deco bed, and I put on some green the wallpaper against the headboard, to match the green the windows. And then I put in a hamper in every room. And then here is a toddler room. I don't really have any toddler beds that are really worth anything, so I just put in like a regular twin bed. I put in a stuffed animal, and then some toys. And then here is the third floor, and again with the wall hangings, and then the rugs from an online pack. Here is the bedroom. I used that gray bed, and then some closet items. I didn't really put any wall hangings in here because I forgot. And then here is this bedroom. I used that orange bed, and then some closet items from the Captivating Coast, and then I put in a computer. And then here is another small bedroom for a toddler. That bed I got in an online pack, and then I had used some toddler items, in that bedroom. And then here is the last bedroom with that pink bed, and I used the countertops. And then here are the balconies. I put in some chairs and some plants, like on each of the balconies. And then here is the backyard. I put in that toddler fountain, and and then that slide from the Influencer Island event. And then I put in that pine spa. And then here is the laundry room. I didn't change out the wallpaper or the flooring because I forgot. But I had used the black, the countertops in there. And that is everything. In the remodel, I'm just showing you the outside plants that I put, and I hope you all enjoy.